Everyone, from this video I am going to explaining fifth module. In fifth module there are three chapters. First chapter is wired LAN, nothing but Ethernet. Okay, what is mean by Ethernet? Ethernet is a wired LAN. What is mean by LAN? LAN is local area network. The Ethernet is a wired connection between the computers in a LAN network. Okay, we know what is mean by protocol. Okay, protocol is nothing but the set of rules for communication between the device. Okay, it is a protocol is nothing but set of rules used to connect and communicate between the devices. Okay, if there is no protocol means the devices will be connected but not communicated. Okay, next is IEEE project 802. What is mean by IEEE? Okay, the full form of IEEE is Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. Okay, IEEE is nothing but Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Okay, what this IEEE project 802 means? This project is set the standard for our Ethernet. Okay, the IEEE project 802 set the standard for the Ethernet. Okay, our data link layer is divided into two sub layers. We know that in TCP bar IP, how many layers are there? 5 layers are there. Out of 5 layers, there is a data link layer. Okay, data link layer is divided into two sub layers. First one is logical link control. Next one is media access control. Means we are going to divide this data link layer into two sub layers. First one is LLC, nothing but logical link control. MAC means MAC, media access control. Okay, what is mean by logical link control and media access control? Okay, here in LLC, flow control, error control and framing duties are grouped into sublayer LLC. Means flow control, error control and framing duties are carried by sublayer this LLC. Okay, framing is handled in both LLC and MAC. Means framing technique is handled in both this LLC and MAC also. Okay, LLC provide one data link layer protocol for all IEEE LANs. Means this logical link control provides one data link layer protocol for all the IEEE LANs. MAC provide different protocols for different LAN. Means for here in LLC will provide one protocol for all IEEE LANs, but in MAC provide the different protocol for different LANs. Here there is a one protocol for all the IEEE LANs, but in MAC it provides the different protocol for different LANs. Okay, I will show the diagram. You will come to know what is mean by that. Okay, you can see here, this is a data link layer. This one is data link layer. This is divided into two parts, LLC and MAC. You can see that in LLC there is only one protocol. You can see that it is this color is representing LLC protocol, one protocol for all IEEE LANs. But this MAC, you can see that this is Ethernet MAC, token ring MAC, token bus MAC. Means here there is a different, you can see that there is a different protocol for different IEEE LANs. Okay, here LLC provides only one protocol for all the IEEE LANs. Okay, but this MAC provides the different protocol for different LANs. Okay, different IEEE LANs. Next, MAC means media access control. MAC defines specific access methods for each LAN. Okay, you can see that for Ethernet LAN we use CSMA/CD, means carrier sense multiple axis collision detection are used. This is the protocol. Okay, this is protocol used for this Ethernet LAN. And here token passing is used for the token ring and token bus LANs. Here for Ethernet LAN we are using CSMA/CD. For token bus LANs and the token ring LANs we are using token passing. Okay, next, MAC handle framing function. We already discussed that framing is also handled by LLC and MAC. You can see that MAC handles framing function. MAC contains a number of distinct model. Each model defines the access method and framing format specified to the corresponding LAN protocol. Means they are telling that each module defines the access method and framing format specific to the corresponding LAN protocol. Means you can see that for each these are all models: Ethernet MAC, Ethernet token ring MAC, token bus MAC. These are all the modules. You can see that each module specify their access method also, framing format also. Okay, this is our data link layer, that is going to divided into two sub layers. First one is LLC, second one is MAC. LLC means logical link control, MAC means media access control. Okay, what are the differences between LLC and MAC? We are discussed it here. Also we are going through this diagram also. Next we will discuss Ethernet evolution. Means what are the evolutions of Ethernet we are going to discuss. Okay, Ethernet evolution. Ethernet evolution means what are the generations of the Ethernet. There are 4 generations: standard Ethernet, fast Ethernet, gigabyte Ethernet, 10 gigabyte Ethernet. Okay, their data rate is, for standard Ethernet, data rate is 10 megabytes per second. Fast Ethernet is data rate is 100 megabytes per second. Next, gigabit Ethernet data rate is 1 gigabytes per second. Next, 10 gigabytes Ethernet data rate is 10 gigabytes per second. We shall discuss one by one. Okay, first we are going to discuss the standard Ethernet. Standard Ethernet. What is meant by standard Ethernet? A original Ethernet technology with data rate of 10 megabytes per second. Means they are telling that standard Ethernet is nothing but it is the original Ethernet technology with data rate 10 megabits per second. Okay. Under standard Ethernet, there will be some concept called as characteristics of standard Ethernet, addressing of standard Ethernet, and access modes of the standard Ethernet, efficiency of standard Ethernet, implementation of standard Ethernet, changing in the standard of standard Ethernet. These are the some of the concept in this standard Ethernet. First, we are going to discuss characteristics of standard Ethernet. Okay, there are three characteristics. First one is connectionless and unreliable services. Next one is frame format, frame length. These are the three characteristics of standard Ethernet. First one is connectionless and unreliable service, and frame format and frame length. These are the three characteristics. First, we will discuss what is meant by connectionless and unreliable characteristics. Okay. Connectionless unreliable service means this is one characteristic of standard Ethernet. Means standard Ethernet provides the connectionless service. Means the standard Ethernet also provides the service for the connectionless. Okay, each frame sent is independent of other frame. Means they are telling that because there is no physical connection between the device, in that type there is no frame sent, means there is no relation between the one frame to another frame. That one only they are telling. Each frame is sent is independent of another frame. Means one frame to another frame there is no link because the connection is not physical here. Okay, sender sends the frame whenever it has. It means there is no timing for sending. When there is a data is, means the sender will send the data randomly. Receiver may not be ready to receive frame. Means it is not, the sender is not telling that I am sending the data. It is randomly send the data. So the receiver may not be ready to receive that data. If receiver not ready means may result in dropping frame. Obviously, if receiver is not ready to receive the frames means there is a loss or dropping of the frames. Okay, if frame drops, sender will not acknowledge it. Means If receiver is not receive the frame means it is not going to send the acknowledgement for the sender. That is the meaning of this statement. If the frame is corrupted during the transmission, the receiver drop the frame. Suppose receiver is ready to receive the frames, but during the transmission of data the frame is corrupted, means obviously the receiver will drop the frame. Okay, here what is mean by reliable means not trusted, means not guarantee, not guarantee for doing that work. Unreliable means it not able to or not guarantee for that. Okay, here we know what is meant by IP, UDP, TCP. Okay, IP means internet protocol in the connectionless network. It not going to know the information about the dropping of frame. In the transport layer UDP, like this is also connectionless protocol, it is also not knowing the loss of frames, but in transport layer TCP, UDP means user datagram protocol, TCP means transmission control protocol. These are two protocols in the transport layer. Suppose transport layer is having the UDP as a protocol, it is connectionless protocol, it not knowing the frame dropping, but transport layer containing TCP as a protocol means the sender TCP does not receive acknowledgement for it segment and it sends again. Means if TCP is used as a protocol means if you send the data, it is received by the not received, if it is received by the receiver means it will send the acknowledgement. If it not received by the receiver, it is not going to send the acknowledgement from the sender means it will send the same frame again. So here like IP, UDP, the standard Ethernet also not knowing the frame dropping. So like IP and UDP, Ethernet is also a unreliable service. Okay, this is first characteristics of our standard Ethernet. Next characteristics is frame format. Frame format means how in a frame how many fields we are going to see. We will discuss here. Okay. Frame format contains 7 fields. First one is preamble, second one is SFD, third one is destination address, fourth one is source address, fifth one is type, or we are going to call it as length field, sixth is data and padding, seventh one is CRC. Okay, we'll discuss one by one field. First we are going to discuss the preamble field. Okay, preamble field is the first field in the frame format. Okay, the size of the preamble is 7 bytes. 7 bytes means there are 56 bits of alternating zeros and ones, means it going to contain the 56 bits, okay, in the formation of alternates of zeros and ones, means 0 1 0 0 1 0, like this there are 56 bits are there, okay. Next, what this preamble field will do means it alerts the receiver system to the coming frame, means this preamble will give the information for the receiver system about the coming frame and enable the receiver system to synchronize this input timing, means it going to tell the receiver system to synchronize its input time, means we should match the input time, okay. These are the two function of this preamble, okay. And the preamble is actually added at the physical layer and it is not part of the frame, means actually this preamble is added to physical layer, so it is not the part of the frame, okay. Next one is SFD, start frame delimiter, okay. It is a start frame delimiter. The size is 1 byte. 1 byte means 8 bits. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. You can see that it is containing the format Z1010 1010111, okay. Okay, what are the functions of this start frame delimiter? Means this field signals the beginning of the frame, means it going to tell the receiver that it is the starting of the frame. Next, the SFD wants that station that this is the last chance for the synchronization, and it also wants the receiver station this is the last chance for their synchronization of time. And I told that this field contain the value 10101011, okay. The last 2 bits, means this last 11 alerts the receiver that the next field is the destination address, means it will tell that next field. You can see that the last 2 bit is 11. This 11 represent the next field is destination address, means it will give this last 11 is there, means it will going to indicate that next field is destination address, okay. Next field is destination address. Destination address is a field that contains in the physical address of the destination. Its size is 6 bytes. Next one is source address. Source address nothing but this field containing the physical address of the source. Its size is also a 6 bytes. Next one is very important. This is type field or length field. It is this type field will act as a type also, length also. When it is act as a length field, when it will act as a type field, we are going to discuss. The size is 2 bytes only, okay. You can see that length or type field means fifth, 1 2 3 4 5. Fifth field is type or length. when you are going to call it as length, when you are going to call it as type means this field defined as type field or length field. When you are going to call it as this field as type field and length field. In original Ethernet, this field is used as a type field, means in original Ethernet, this fifth field used as a type field only. Okay, type field defines the upper layer protocol using the MAC frame, means this type field defines the upper layer protocol using the MAC frame. Next one is in IEEE standard, this field is used as length field. In normal Ethernet, we are going to use it as type field. In IEEE standard, this field is used as length field. Length field defines the number of bytes in the data field, means what is the bytes of the data it going to defines in IEEE standard. Means when you are going to take this field as a length, means when we consider this field as a length, means it defines the how many bytes of data is having. Okay, next one is data. Okay, this field carries the data encapsulated from the upper protocol. Minimum size is 46 bytes. Maximum data size is 1500 bytes. You can see that this is the encapsulation data from the upper layer, means this blue color field is data and padding field, means the data is encapsulated from the upper layer will be presented in this field. The minimum size of this field is 46 bytes. Maximum payload length is 1500 bytes. Last one is CRC field. 4 bytes is the size. We know that we discussed CRC. What is meant by CRC? Cyclic redundancy check. Means we are going to detect the errors. Okay, this field used for the detection of errors. So you can see that CRC, this field contained in the error detection information such as CRC32, means we are going to detect the errors information in this last field of this frame. Okay, that is CRC, last field. Okay, next. Okay, next characteristics of standard Ethernet is frame length. Ethernet has imposed restriction on the both minimum and maximum length of the frame. Means there is a restriction for the both minimum and maximum length of the frame. What is why here there is a restriction for both minimum and maximum length of the frame? We are going to discuss here. Why there is a restriction for minimum length of the frame? Means current operation of CSMA/CD reduce the size of the buffer. Okay, this is the minimum length restriction is required for correct operation of CSMA bar CD. Okay, Y means minimum length restriction needed because for correct operation of CSMA bar CD means to operate correctly of CSMA bar CD, we are going to restrict the minimum length of the frame. Minimum length of the frame is 64. You can see that minimum length of the frame is 64 and minimum data size here 46 bytes. Okay, next header and tailor size is equal to 14 plus 4 is equal to 18 bytes. How we are going to get this 18 bytes means, you can see that header size is nothing but 6612. Okay, 6612. Next 2 bits of length. Next 4 bytes of CSC. This is the header and tailor size. Nothing but this destination as the source address length. Okay, next CSC. This fields will tell the size of the header size plus tailor size. Okay, next minimum length of data forms the upper layer 46 bytes means, so minimum length of the data from the upper layer is 46 bytes means, in that case you are going to add padding for the to balance. Okay, to balance, if the upper layer sends the 46 bytes of information means, we are going to pad up, okay, to level that information. Maximum length of the frame is 1518 bytes. Okay, maximum data size is 1500 bytes. Header size plus trailer size is equal to 14 plus 4 is equal to 18 bytes. Same as the minimum. Okay, header size, trailer size is equal to 14 plus 4, 18. Okay, the maximum length restriction has two reasons. Here there is a one reason for restriction for minimum length restriction. What is the reason? To correct operation of CSMA bar CD. What is the restriction for maximum length? There is length is more means memory also we need more. To avoid the expensive of this memory, we reduce the maximum length of the frame. Next reason is the maximum length restriction able to reduce the size of the buffer. This also helps for the reduce the size of the buffer. Next one is this restriction prevents the one station from manipulating the sharing medium, blocking other stations that have data to send. Means it is going to help for the easy sending of data from one station to another station. This is the overall discussion of first topic of standard data analysis, that is nothing but characteristics. There are 3 characteristics: connectionless and unreliable. Next one is framing. Next one is frame length. Next concept of standard Ethernet is nothing but addressing of standard Ethernet. What is meant by this addressing of standard Ethernet? We are going to discuss here. In Ethernet network, each station have its own NIC. What is meant by NIC? Network interface card, having 6 bytes physical address or Ethernet address. They are telling that what is mean by addressing of standard Ethernet is nothing but in Ethernet network. In Ethernet network there are n station. Each station having this own NIC. What is meant by NIC? Network interface card. It is having 6 bytes physical address or Ethernet address. Okay, we will discuss this addressing. There are 3 types of addressing: unicast addressing, multicast addressing, and broadcast addressing. There are 3 types of addressing. Okay. Okay, you can see that there are 3 types of addressing: unicasting, multicasting, and broadcasting. Okay, what is meant by unicast, multicast, broadcast addressing? We shall discuss here. Source address is always a unicast address, means they are telling that the source address will have always a unicast address. That is frame come from only one station, means the unicast represent the frame come from only one station. Okay, next, however, the destination can have unicast, multicast, and broadcast. They are telling that source address will have always a unicast. Okay, the destination address can have unicast, multicast, or broadcast. Okay, as shown in figure, you can see that in this figure the left side bit of the first byte in the destination address is 0. Suppose you think that this is the first byte of leftmost bit, left side bit is 0. Suppose this is 0, means it is going to represent as unicast. Suppose it is 1, this bit is 1, means it is an multicast. Okay, you can see that LSB means left side bit of first byte. This is first byte. Left side bit means this is leftmost bit is 0, means the address is unicast. Otherwise the address is multicast, means if suppose 1 is there, means we are going to consider as this is multicast. Unicast destination address defines only one recipient. The relationship between the sender and the receiver is 1-to-1, means suppose destination address containing the unicast address, means there will be a 1-to-1 relation. Suppose multicast destination address means if there is a destination address is multicast address, means it is going to represent the 1-to-many relationship. Okay, 1-to-many relationship. Okay, the broadcast addressing is a special case of multicast address. It is the special case. What is the special case? You can see that it going to contain 6 bits. No, all 6 bits is will be placed as 111, means this all field is going to fill by 1. That type you are going to call it as it is multicast address. You can see that broadcast address. If all the bits are 1 means we are going to call it as broadcast address. Okay, broadcast address is a special case of multicast address. The recipient are all the station on the LAN, means the broadcast destination address is 48. 6 bytes means it going to fill with all this, going to fill it as 111. Okay, 111. Okay, standard Ethernet uses a bus topology or set of twisted cable with a hub, means star topology. Means Ethernet uses two topologies, one is bus topology, another one is star topology. You can see that this is bus topology, this is star topology. Star means all the devices are connected to one single hub. Bus topology means all the devices are connected to single cable. Okay, next question: how actually unicast, multicast and broadcast transmission are distinguished from each other? Means how we are going to distinguish between the unicast, multicast and broadcast transmission. The way the frames are kept or dropped, means based on the frame kept and dropped. Based on that we are going to distinguish between unicast, multicast and broadcast. In unicast transmission, all station will receive the frame. The intended recipient keeps and holds the frame. The rest discard it. Means they are telling that the frames will send to all the station. Only one recipient, means which going to be received, that will receive and keep the frame. The other rest of the station will drop the frames. That is the unicast. In multicast transmission, all station will receive the frame. The station that are members of the group keep and hold it. The rest discard it. Means one group irutte, ಆ group alli means it is the frame is received from all the station, but some group of station will keep and handle that frames, other will drop the frames. That is the meaning of this multicast transmission. Next one is broadcast transmission. Here all station, you can see that expect the sender will receive the frame. All station except the sender keep and handle it. Means here there is no chance of dropping the frames. Here all the station will receive the frames except sender. Sender will not receive the frame, it is going to send the frame, that's it. So all the station will hold and keep that frame, okay, except the sender. That is the broadcast addressing. Next, there is an example. Define the types of the following destination address. Means there are three problems is there. We are going to distinguish which one is unicast, which one is multicast, which one is broadcast. Okay, you can see that to find the types of address, we need to look at the second hexagonal digits from the left. If that is E1, the address is unicast. If it is add, the address is multicast. If all the digits are F, the address is broadcast. Means they are telling that you have to, this is hexagonal, you can see that this is hexadecimal digits, okay, hexadecimal digit information, hexadecimal numbers information in first, means this is the, you can see that we need to look at the second hexadecimal digit from the left. If it is even, okay, they are telling that you can see that this is the leftmost, okay, second digit is A means 10. In hexadecimal, A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 14, D is 13, E is 14, F is 15, okay, F is 15, okay. If leftmost hexadecimal second digit is even, that is unicast, means A is 10, this is unicast. Here you can see that second hexadecimal digit is 7, 7 is odd number, then it is multicast. Next, if it is containing F, means F is broadcast. You can see that this broadcast address, this is broadcast address because all digits are F's in the hexadecimal. They are telling that if all digits are F's, the address is broadcast. First, we have to look it into hexadecimal second digits from the left. It is even means unicast, it is odd means multicast. If all the digits are F's, means these are digits, all digits are F, means we are going to consider as broadcast, okay. This is how we are going to distinguish unicast, multicast, broadcast. There are, in addressing, there are three types: unicast, multicast and broadcast, okay. The always source address is unicast, the destination address may be unicast, multicast or broadcast, okay. First bytes of destination address last LSB bit is 0, means unicast. If it is 1, means it is multicast. If all the bits of the first byte is 1, means it is broadcast, okay. This is the addressing. Next, there is one problem is there. How the address 4721B2E08EE is sent out online, means how we can transmit this address, okay. The address is sent left to right, byte by byte. For each byte it is sent right to left, bit by bit, means while sending we are going to send left to right, byte by byte, means we are going to while sending we are sending 8 bytes at a time. Okay. The address is sent left to right, byte by byte. For each byte, it is sent right to left, bit by bit, as shown in below. Means you can see that first have to divide this number into two parts. 7 is one part, 4 is one part, 7 is one part. Okay, this 4 should be represented in binary format. Okay, in 4 bits. Okay, nothing but 0 1 0 0. Next 7 is, you can see that it is 1 plus 2 3 plus 4 7. Okay, this is dividing. This side is representing 4, this side is representing 7. Okay, next 20 means we are going to divide this number into 2 points, 2 digit, 2 0. You can see that here 1, this 1 2 3 4, this 4 digit representing this 0, and here 0 1 0 0 representing 2. Next B means nothing but 11. You can see that 1 1 0 1 means 8 plus 2 plus 1, that is 11. Next 1, from 1 0 0 0, this is representing 1, means this is 1. Okay, 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, nothing but 1. Next F E representing 14. Okay, 14. 8 plus 4 12 plus 2 14. E, this 4 digit representing the E, this 4 digit representing the 2, means 0 plus 2 plus 0 0, nothing but 2 only. Okay, means we have to convert this 2 into binary format, E also into binary format. Next here 0, this part represent the binary of 0, this part represent the binary number of 8, means 8 plus 0 0 0, nothing but 8 only. Next E nothing but E representing 14 and 14. This E should be converted into binary form, nothing but 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0, means we are going to divide this E separate, this E is nothing but 14. 14 should be represented as binary. This is also 14. This is also should be presented as binary. Now this is address. We sent in left to right, byte by byte, means byte by byte no send ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಬಿಟ್ ಬೈ ಬಿಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು 1 year 1 year 1 year, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 0 0 0 1 0, like this. Next ulta, nothing but see here 0 is there, 1 is there, 0 0 0 1 1 1 is there. Now ulta, you write 1 year, this one year, this one year, next 0, next 0, next 0, next 1, next 0, like this. That one only they are telling. Show the address is sent left to right, byte by byte. For each byte it is sent right to left, bit by bit. Byte by byte ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, while sending it by bit, as shown here. You can see that 111 here, 000 here, 10 here. Like this phone is zeros here. Next we are writing 0. Next one this 00 here. Like that only we are changing year to year. That's it. This is how we are going to solve the problem. Okay, is sent out online. Okay, how show how the address, this is the address, is sent out online means first byte by byte ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ ಬೈ ಬಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ two concept, characteristics of standard Ethernet and addressing of standard Ethernet. We will discuss some more concept in standard Ethernet in next video. Thank you.